Boy, oh boy, logging into Honkai Star, is it fun? Well, pressing the order button, collecting all the relics, rolling them for maybe lucky stats. If that's the joy that you have, well, then keep at it, because that's probably a good way to go. But if you're thirsty for more, well, stay tuned, because I got a big solution for you. I have a little timetable on the left that will basically tell you which step is going to be next, so you can skip through the entire video until you reach the part that you've actually interested in. I will not spoil too much, but it will probably take a little bit away from your self-exploring part, so feel free to skip through this video to the parts that you enjoy. Every team in Brown Dust 2 consists of, well, up to 5 units. You will start off with 15 SP, which is the currency you can use for ultimate. If you go into an ultimate, which is the lowest one, you can see on the top the same symbol, like those little squares. So that ult costs 3 SP. So this is the effect of the ult. And everything other than the ult, like the attack and the knockback, will generate 1 SP. So if I would use this ultimate, which is an AoE buff for attack and magic attack, also an heal over time, you see here the range, and the little indicator here is Therese's position. So from her it goes in every direction. So we can see on the board the green affected areas is basically the area of effect of that ultimate. So after that, every unit will get an attack and magic attack buff as well as a hot. If you have difficulty seeing, you can swap views so you can see it from different angles. There are also sometimes obstacles on the map that you can use for your advantage. There's a lot of depth in this game mode, but I don't want to explain it all to you. Go out and figure it out yourself. There are a lot of game modes in Brown Dust 2. What you've just seen is basically the tower that you can basically get after continuing the story a little bit. There are a lot of game modes in here, like some have special rules, like one is immune to magic, one is immune to physical, or other rotational rules. The one in the middle is like a super roguelike mode. I will do a separate video on that. Just in my eyes, it's like the best system out of any turn-based gacha game that I have seen. We also have every content is portrayed as like a little CD. You have the main story, which is the story pack. It also gets like updated. Like this is the recent patch, the Promise of Vengeance one. There are also like side story quests. So your whole crew that you get to know over the course of the story will also have like some parallel universe kind of storyline, like being in the school, finding something in the subway. It's kind of nice. You will also have like PvP. You have, this is the tower that we've just been. Path of Adventure is basically to update your character. Brawl is like a fight for resources, give you a reward. And the Gloopy Dinner is basically your AFK generating rewards. Like you build your little kitchen, your little restaurant, and that will give you rewards. Then you also have the event that we currently have, where you have a story to that. You have a normal battle, a challenge battle, which is like normal battle but just way harder. You have the field hunt. There's also guild content. Please join my guild, I'm lonely here. But there's like guild raid content. Please come help me. Lancelot is soon ready to depart. And that's it for the game modes so far. Maybe there are more, but after 3 weeks of playing, this is all I've discovered. The overarching theme is friendship, revenge, chasing your dreams. Kind of feels like One Piece in a way, because it's like medieval times. You have, probably you could have dragons. I have not yet encountered one, or maybe I did. I don't want to spoil. There are also like maybe demons. Yeah, something, everything you could imagine with dark magic, medieval times, something like that. It's sinister, but it's also like happy. So I would compare it to One Piece in a way, because the dynamic between the group are always very lighthearted. It sometimes turns into a big thing, but rarely. And I personally, I just love the dynamic between the characters. I'm not really that hyped for the main story. I'm just happy to be with the group, if that makes sense. That's my personal feeling, though. Maybe you enjoy it way more than I do. For me, it's very fulfilling because it's fun. It's like I read a light novel with my best friends. Let's go through the gacha system. Let's start with the worst thing, which is the paid banner. You can only summon on that banner with paid crystals, but after 40 summons, you get the character guaranteed. Well, it's a one way to finance themselves, and if you're weak, remember that gachas are predatory systems, so they want to take away your money. If you have bad control, well then maybe avoid this. You get one free pull on every limited banner every single day. Every pull counts towards the pity for a character. Like if you pull on one banner, you get one pity. If you pull on the next one, you will have accumulated 2 pity because they all share the pity system together. Same for the weapon, they also share the pity system in between. After you've pulled 200 times on one specific banner, this is not shareable in between other banners, you obtain the character on that banner 100% extra. It's not like your pull is giving you the character, you just get it on top. It could be that the 200th pull is basically your character and you then also get him on top. The 200 points that you're collecting are basically called draw points, and those draw points will be then transferred over to another rotation of characters, of 5-star characters. So if you've pulled 80 times on one banner, you get 80 draw points into your rotation, and there you can use those 80 points to obtain another 5-star character. Those are always in rotation, so you don't know who is coming up. Those points are not lost. You use the pity to get any other character. Also, the standard banner consists every single character in the game. You can choose 6 characters that you would like. That would be the 50% of the ultra rarity. And if you lose that 50-50, you can get any other character that is not one of the 6 characters that you've chosen. Alright, let's go over the character improvement. You can craft gear. Gear is one way to boost your stats. You also can go into one specific character and upgrade their costume abilities. Costumes are basically like skins. Every character possesses multiple variances of costumes. For example, my Diana has 2 costumes. If you go into one specific costume, you can upgrade it to improve the ult at the end and also give a little stat bonus to the current character. On top of that, you also get a lot of stats just by mastering ability skills, doing stuff in alchemy. Collection is basically items that you find in the open world. Recipes are basically given to you through quest rewards. Characters is basically every character. So once you have obtained one costume, basically I've never obtained a costume of Eclipse, Leatrice, Alec, or Seer. If I would gain one costume of them, then basically I would get the character on top. Well, that's basically mostly it about the game. Feel free to join this guild, please. We will need, well, I need, not we, I'm still alone, help. Just join this little guild to make the crew go big, and let's have some fun together. Then I can finally write something here and you guys can see it, and it would be just a fun exchange of things. Maybe you can teach me something as well. We can just exchange, have fun. And last thing before you go, watch this little clip that I will now put in. Tell me in the comments if this clip would be a banger in the beginning or it would be a big flop.
And then you can return to the waking world.
If you have issues with lewdness, you can always turn it off. You just go simply into the settings, go into graphics and press the off button, and you will never see any specific animations that will distract you from playing this game. That's it, I'm out. I wish you all a very, very good happy day. Have a nice one. Nothing out.